Hi, welcome back to Monster Hunter. I am default setting, and we're going to get right into this. All kinds of fun stuff to be had. So the switch axe was fun last time, but I'm thinking I'll switch it up again and see if I can't find something else that's also fun. I just don't remember what weapons were the ones I liked the most. I know longsword is one that a lot of people like. And I guess I could just go for that one next. Either the longsword or I could just do a greatsword, but I kind of like the mobility. So we'll put ourselves together a longsword or dual blades. Or I could go hammer. Hammer's fun. We'll do hammer this time around. Honestly, hammer would have been better last time because you saw how I was bouncing off of it when I was fighting that bear off. It's because bladed weapons that don't have a certain amount of sharpness will bounce off monsters' hides, certain parts of the monsters, if they're not sharp enough. So that's what was happening there. So we'll go hammer now. And there's tons of quests floating around everywhere. All these gold exclamation points are quests. You're interested in bulking up the canteen with more ingredients? No, that's what I'm talking about. All you have to do is sign up and complete the quests. The Pain from Gains and Exterminator of the Waste. I'm not doing those right now, but I am going to go ahead and grab this. Pay with money. Custom platter. Peon turkey. Actually, what do these give? Rumor. Razor. Acrobat. We'll go with Polisher. That should make it easier to do the polishing thing. And it doesn't always proc either, so it's not that big of a deal if it doesn't. At least I don't think it does. As we get further in, we'll get access to more slots. Hi.
We have an emergency.
Oh boy, the scholar got separated from his escort and hasn't returned from the Wildspire Waste. Now we need to look for him. I'm sure he's at least left some footprints. Really hope that's all he's left us. Rations. Sinister shadows in the swamp. Let's do this. I seem to remember the hammer you can really bully the monster around with. So the hammer does, like, you know how the bowgun was causing that extra noise when you hit him in the head?
Okay, let's look for the scholar. He must have left some kind of trail.
Birds? Nope. Okay. They don't have anything on them. Occasionally, very rarely, these guys right here will have little tiny fuzzy birds on them. They're like downy something or anothers. Those are very rare spawns, and they're one of two very rare spawns that gets you through a quest later on. And I like trying to catch those guys because they're such a rare spawn. They give you extra points.
Wait, what's that there? Wait! What's going on with the scout flies?
They're saying there's an elder dragon. That's what they're saying. That's literally what the blue means. Elder dragon or a tempered monster, which is basically elder dragon power level on normal monster. I know I'm talking TBZ here, but I mean, I already know where he is. Found his book. Yeah, so this is evidence of an elder dragon, and it's not Zora Magdaros. So, curious. I know what the monster is, but I'm not going to say, obviously. Because where's the fun in that? Let's just go right to him.
Is that the scholar? What's that he's sitting next to? It looks like a Baroth?
Baroth that got murdered by an elder dragon. Hi.
God, don't let him find me. Don't let him find me.
Have you considered running?
Oh, I saw it. No, the Jyuratodus. That didn't kill the Baroth. It was
This is a Jyuratodus. It's a carnivore as well, but it's fine. That's not what killed that Baroth there. And now we've got to protect the scholar. By that I mean hunt the Jyuratodus. Hi. Grappling hook. So these guys are like the Baroths in that they like to cover themselves.
Hunt that Jyuratodus.
The hammer is a mighty close-range weapon to stun monsters and close to the head.
Proceed with caution.
What was the button? Is it... charging. No,
Dodge
stop
their
that.
attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on. You've been hit with water blight.
Yeah.
That's gonna put a damper on your stamina recovery.
So that noise you just heard there, whenever you sludge monsters in the head with your hammer, okay, stop it.
You can move around while grappled to a monster, but it'll burn through your skin. See? The spot you hit has been softened up.
It helps that I've got the armor that I'm currently using. This is like stuff that was designed to help people get to the end of the main game faster. So those stars over his head mean I've staggered him. And you see the damage numbers where they had that little mark. That means that what I'm hitting is a weakened spot. So when you grapple in on them like this, you press the Y. Yep.
Keep your distance and watch for a safe
When
opening.
you press the Y button when you grapple onto him like that, it'll cause that. You see the breaks, the cracks in his carapace in the middle. Stop it, fish. Facing the wrong direction. Okay. Yeah, I think it was more exciting using the whatchamacallit, switch axe. Stop it. So, a lot of the weapons I'm using right now are on the same vein as the, as the armor that I'm using. Where it's not armor that was originally available in the beginning of the game, and it's designed specifically to help people get through the game faster to get to the fun stuff at the end. That is to say, the main story stuff, getting through that to get to the DLC Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So, this would be going a lot slower if I wasn't using this stuff, if I'm being honest. No, come back here. Back. We're not. Well, he's not low enough to where he's showing the little death mark on the screen, but he is going to rest for some reason. No, don't get caught on the spike. So there's a slug. Probably see about first off.
You need to load the slinger with some ammo. See anything useful lying around?
Or not. I guess I'm not gonna do that. Stop it.
You're stuck in the muck. Get yourself out of that gunk before you do anything else.
I was literally just trying to sharpen. That's why I was trying to flash upon it first. You don't always do that, it was just, that seemed convenient for this particular instant. Oh, I keep forgetting. Stop it. The body flipped me into the muck. After the cat. Seems I'm fine. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to use hammers. Just not as appealing to me as some of the other kinds. And there's nothing wrong with hammers, it's just not for me. Then again, there's probably a specific way to be using them that I'm not. Just not as familiar with them. Oh, hang on, I gotta fix my chair. And I've gathered everything off the Jyuratodus, so there's a thing. Jyuratodus is kind of weird too, just in general. Making the armor off of him, the armor itself looks kind of weird. But it gives you, it's heavy armor that gives you benefits for moving through stuff like this, so kind of weird. And then there's stuff like the Baroth armor is odd as well. A lot of the stuff you make, it's based around the monsters that you beat. So you get like extra passives and stuff like that for specific monsters that you've killed. Again, example, Jyuratodus armor makes it to where you go through swamps and muddy areas easier.
Gather around, everyone. We're ready to begin. Thanks to you, we've made great strides towards understanding the tracks that have turned up across the continent. Our researchers have done some projections, and now we know where Zora Magdaros will go next. It's heading for the Great Ravine.
The Great Ravine? The huge valley out past the Wildspire?
Correct. So I have a proposition for all of you. I say we try and capture Zora once it gets there.
You cannot capture Elder Dragons.
Capture it?
Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than this.
If we don't take this opportunity, it could be a decade before the next opportunity presents itself. Maybe longer.
Is it even possible?
If I said it wasn't, would that stop you?
Let's give it a go. With the 5th supporting us, our chances are as good as ever.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure Astera. An Anjanath has been active in the area. Not the kind of monster you toy around with. We'll need a plan for it.
You're right. Hunters, you have your next assignment. Take care of that Anjanath. But be careful. The Anjanath is a fearsome monster. One slip-up, and you're done.
Commander, if I may, I think I have a great idea. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing. That troubling report we received. Think you could... Right. Good, then. Let's
So
get
the
this
Huntsman
show on the
is
road.
the
We have an
your
elder dragon to
character,
capture.
essentially, for the First Fleet.
Everyone dismissed.
He's the guy that
We should
trained up
probably listen to
that
what
guy.
the chief botanist has to say before we do anything else.
And just in general, he's Elder Dragon slaying badass. He actually went toe-to-toe with a Teostra at one point, which is another type of Elder Dragon that tends to go nuclear regularly. Oh my, Anjanath is one nasty monster. You'd better make sure you go in doubly prepared. Now down to business. The reason I called you over is we are having a slight problem in botanical research, and we need your skills dealing with it. You see, we're trying to develop some tools, specialized tools for hunters to be exact, something we'd like to make standard issue. But a Tobi-Kadachi in the forest has been thwarting our attempts to collect the materials we need. Do take care of it, won't you? Here, take this. This is the first tool we've managed to complete. I hope you'll find it useful. There's more where that one came from. But only if you can take care of our little problem. Thank you and good luck. A ghillie mantle. It helps you stealth, essentially. They have an unlimited number of times of use, but they have a cooldown after you use them.
Our next assignment is to hunt Tobi-Kadachi. We should be able to find it in the ancient forest.
Let's try the longsword next. I think that will be fun. Buddy, you must think the whole idea of capturing an Elder Dragon is insane, right? Well, I say the more insane the better. Why come to the New World in the first place if you aren't ready to try something new, huh? So what are we hammering together this time? Okay, so real quick, what I said earlier, you actually can't capture Elder Dragons. And I'll actually show you what I mean. First, let's craft this. Give me a longsword. So, Elder Dragons are the only type of creature in the game that you actually can't use a capture trap on. So when you weaken a monster to the point to where it is limping, you can actually use, and I'll craft one right now, because I'm going to take some in here anyway. Traps. Poison meat. Shock traps. We'll go with shock traps. Those should be good enough. I don't have enough for a pitfall trap because I don't have enough ivy for nets. But that's fine. I don't know why I'm getting the hiccups all of a sudden. And we'll grab 2 more of these and do I don't have any thunderbugs, but I'm sure I'll find some. Trade-ins? No trading materials. Okay. I mean, I can still keep that stuff. Alright, so the idea... Oh, I'm missing a material that I'm going to need for that. So we go down to the trade yard and we'll grab ourselves some trank bombs. You can either use trank bombs, or if you use a bow gun, or a bow, you can also use trank rounds and trank coating. Send some to the pouch first. See, trank ammo. I don't have any trank. If I want to trank them, I'm going to have to use a bow gun, so I can't do that right now. That's fine. We'll send some of those to the box regardless. That should do. Okay. I'm not going to bother talking to the handler. Just going to post up the quest down here. Signed, Sparks Flying. Let's start here, because this is closer. So the idea is, after you get it low on health, you use a trap on it, and you hit it with trank rounds. You can also use the trank rounds or the trank bombs beforehand, and then use the trap. But you gotta hit it with a certain amount of the tranks before you can put it down, and it'll capture it alive.
Specialized tools, you'll need to equip it from the item bar. They're used just like any regular item, but their effects only last for a limited amount of time. If the tool you're using stops working, don't worry. It'll recharge after a while.
You just gotta make sure to take it off. Hi, Mr. Anjanath. I could probably kill you right now. In fact, I can kill you right now, I'm just not gonna. Because you're not worth the time. Although, that is how you upgrade these weapons. Tobi-Kadachi? It's good to know where the Anjanath that is. Tobi-Kadachi. And he should be right up here. Feathers. It's a feathery lizard. With spines in the feathers. Hi, Toby. Toby, attack.
The long sword is a close-range weapon designed for cutting attacks. Gather your spirit to increase it.
Ah, I wasted some of that. I should have realized that I didn't have enough time to also get that in. Stop it. Every time I use that. Gotta watch out for the Thunder Blight with this guy as well, which causes you to stagger like I just did more often if he hits you with it. Ah, the stagger. By the way, you've been noticing those explosions. All the defender weapons have blast, which is an extremely strong status effect early game. So, the white outline on the spirit gauge up there at the top, that's Thunderblight. And now I'm staggered. Yeah, so Thunderblight, gotta love it. That being said, started off with null berries so I can cancel out the Thunderblight. Yeah, one thing I should mention is there are not iframes on the dodge. Save for the dodge that you use with your weapon sheath while sprinting, where your character dives forward. There are iframes on that
You've
one.
been hit with Thunderblast.
I'm
Be careful. You'll
well
get
aware.
stunned more easily now.
Yeah, so now that it's got the red gauge over it, that's the maximum attack boost that it can get. But it's got the least duration on it. Ow, he dodged.
Slinger ammo.
Ah, wasn't enough. Do I have slinger ammo on me? Gonna need some of that. Mountain. I don't remember if I even grabbed. No, I didn't. I was gonna say, I don't remember if I did the canteen. Yeah, so you see how it turned yellow now? It's because it wore out of time for the tier 3.
If you're clever, you can use the slinger to distract monsters.
Bonk us. Way too close for that. I was going to try and use his animations to get a sharpening in. Stop it. Okay, I guess I'm stunned now. That should be enough to keep him over here.
You did it! Let's head back and report to the chief botanist.
So that's the long sword. Nope, that's not what I want. Longsword's okay. Late game it's quite fun. You can do some pretty ridiculous stuff where you evade attacks. If you've got spirit gauge, I want to say it's what was it? That's what it was. So you can do that, which is it's a fade. It's like it's an evade, essentially. You burn energy to do an evade, and it has iframes built into it. I'm not good enough to use that, for the record. Not even close. Mostly because I haven't sat down and put the practice into it.
You're just the awesomest.
Oh, my dear hunter, I could kiss you. Thanks to you, all hunters will get to enjoy the benefits of our specialized tools. Ah, which reminds me, I planted an ancient tree seed, mostly out of curiosity, but believe it or not, this time it sprouted. They're quite peculiar in that they draw from surrounding life to grow, and perhaps a little fertilizer. I'll spare you the details. What I'm trying to get at is, are there items you use heavily? Perhaps I could leverage the tree's properties and a little fertilizer to grow more of what you need. Just ask and you shall receive. So this is
Hunters of the 5th, come see me. I've got an urgent quest.
Be with you in a moment, sir. So this is what he's talking about. He planted a tree like the one that we've been climbing around in the ancient forest.
Getting bigger all the time.
Happy to see you around these parts. You've seen our ancient tree before, haven't you? Just when I thought it was a little sprout, it grew into this giant tree in the blink of an eye. Now we're ready for a little research. You want to get your hands on more items, right? We'll use this ancient tree to help us cultivate even more items for you to use. What was it you needed again? So basically, you can cultivate. So like, here, we'll go for honey, because I'm going to need tons of honey. And then add a fertilizer using points. In this case, we can go for Summoner Jelly, which boosts the duration, or boosts the amount of things you get by twice as much. And every time you finish a mission, you can come back here and get 4 honeys, essentially. And later on, you can improve the amount that you get. So let's see what other weapons we want to use. You know, I don't think I see very many people using the sword and board. So why don't we try that out, see if that's exciting. The huntsman still obstinately clings to his old Blade Master equipment. He's the only one in the whole commission to hang on to it for so long. Half of me wants to grab him and shake some sense into him, while the other half wants to clap him on the back for it. Okay, so for those of you that aren't aware, in the old Monster Hunter games there was actually... Oh, we are way over time. There was an old mechanic where you had to use either Blade Master armor with the Blade Master weapons, so any of the melee weapons, or you had to use Gunner armor with the Gunner weapons. So on that note, why don't we go ahead and call it quits here. Appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one. And then, hang on, I'm bad at clicking.